Da 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 da. Since everybody wants to be so unprofessional, we're just gonna wing this shit. What's up, Orengo? What's up, everybody watching? This is the most impromptu episode you're ever probably gonna see because our leader decided it'd be better to go to the movie theaters and go on a date with one of our co-workers. And basically leave us hanging. So, Orengo,
what's up?
How are you doing?
I'm good. What's up? How are you doing?
I'm fine. We had a couple of topics. Hold on, let me just get rid of something real quick. Hold on. We had. I can't get rid of them, Morengo.
The topics? I don't know.
No, I can't. There you go. That's what we wanted to do. So,
yeah,
let's get into the nitty-gritty right off the back. This following week, basically, Morbius got review bombed before even coming out.
It's a rumor todavía, como que because the embargo is still up. That's the thing.
So, even though it's a rumor and there's nothing solid, it's a general consensus, though. Like everybody who got basically early access to the movie, right?
So the thing, por eso es que digo, like the problem is que we're basing all of this information. So okay, so tell the story first, and then I'll tell you what's like known and what's still like a rumor.
So everybody's just flipping their wig, basically, because according to everybody who got at least an early glimpse of the movie, they removed every reference to the Spider-Verse and a lot of things which were basically promoted in the very first trailer aren't in there anymore, and they relegated a scene from Michael Keaton all the way to post-credits.
Exactly. So yeah, so essentially what I'm reading is it's still like a rumor. It's still not something that's officially confirmed. Because some press have probably seen it, but there's still an embargo. And the embargo, by the way, it's going to be March 30th at 8 p.m. Okay. So we're going to know the actual thoughts of critics 2 days or a day before the movie comes out. So it's kind of insane as it is already. And you already know that when embargoes are left until the last minute, it's never good for the final product. That shows a studio that doesn't trust in what they're doing. But the rumor is, like you said, that basically all the references regarding Spider-Man, regarding the MCU, have been scrapped, completely, utterly removed from the movie, and all you get is a little hint of Michael Keaton, and that's kind of about it.
So, here's my deal with that. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
I can't hear myself anymore.
You're good. You're good.
All right. So, with the way that he references Venom, even in the trailer, wouldn't you just assume that basically that's the whole gray area for me? That's the one thing I don't understand about this movie. Is I feel like when they were making this movie, it was still up in the air whether they were going to include this into the Spider MCU universe or it was going to be something completely different. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they did it to just leave it in the Sony verse, that the Venom verse that they're doing, or if they're actually including it in the MCU and they were just some knee-jerk reaction to how well the Spidey movie did, and they're just like, oh, you get to play with our toys this much, but not that much. We haven't laid eyes on the movie, but they could still, you know what I'm saying? I think it could still be linked to something bigger and still be not a great movie, but at least something. Here comes a new challenger.
Ooh, new challenger. Awesome.
CELY, you're muted.
I know I am. I'm moving rooms. Give me a second. What's up, everyone?
What's up?
It's unprofessional at Wednesday. Don't worry about it. Anyways.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So my whole curious thing is like, which universe is this whole thing linked to? And if the changes that they made merit it story-wise. You know what I mean? Like being linked to either universe, I really don't give a shit at this point. But you think they just remove the references for the hell of it? Like there has to be a reason behind it.
Okay, so this is my wild theory. My theory is that they don't trust this movie. Like Sony doesn't trust this movie for shit. After the gigantic success que tuvieron con No Way Home, they're afraid of linking all of that to Morbius. So they scrapped everything. They just alluded to some ideas very vaguely. And that's what we're going to see. That's the first theory. My second theory is that Marvel saw this and they were like, yeah, we don't like that shit, and we definitely don't like it. You linking it to such a crappy movie. They probably might have been okay before, but maybe after the gigantic success of No Way Home y todos los cambios, todas las fichas, made it so ahora cuando ven la película, they're like, no, we don't like this shit. Esta es la primera película que has echado en 2 años, so we're not letting you destroy the goodwill that we built with the multiverse con lo que viene con Doctor Strange y con Spider-Man with freaking Morbius. Porque those references were there for 2 years. This movie was supposed to come for 2 years ago. So, que la quitaran tan a última hora, it has to be one of the 2 things I just said. Era either Sony o fue Marvel que lo hizo. What do you think?
I don't know, because like just by watching the trailer, I saw one the other days and it literally referenced, he says the whole thing where like, oh, I'm Venom.
Yeah.
So he has, I don't think you'd be stupid enough to just throw him like making up a random name with no, like, I think he's cognizant, right, of the character that exists in his universe.
Yeah.
But then literally Michael Keaton is in the trailer as well.
Exactly, which is kind of odd. Yeah.
So it's like, where the hell does this movie lie exactly? That's the one thing that I'm a little bit curious about. I mean,
no, it's very ambiguous porque si sale este Vulture y existe Venom, pero Venom en el MCU no existe, pero Vulture does exist in the MCU. It's like a weird in between donde está Morbius, where Morbius is functioning right now.
Again, it's one of those things where like it goes back to, we don't know what little contract they have worked out between them and MCU. Like that whole thing that they said about they lend us one, we lend them one. Like so it'll be interesting to watch. First of all, what type of numbers the movie does.
Yep.
Or whatever, because I think all they're relying on right now is like Mr. What's his face? Rocker Boy is like a sexual icon.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Mínimo 65.
What?
65 million. Morbius.
Sí, esa es la estimación. Sí, no, pero esa that's the estimate, que creo que IMDb Pro creo que tiró su estimado, era 60 millones plus.
¿En serio? Oye, ¿qué casualidad?
Sí. It sounds insane to me. Yo voy a tirar.
What? Insanely low? Like they're gonna
insanely
bomb,
high.
right?
Insanely high for me. Oh yeah, I would presume que hubiera hecho que haría menos, pero yo voy a ir on a whim. I'm gonna say it's not gonna make more than 40 million.
With the climate right now, even 60 million is a bomb, right?
Con la película es que no sé cuánto costó. So yo no sabré decirte si esto es un bomb.
I would say that it took them way more than 60 million to make that. Even if it is a horrible movie, I would assume that it takes way more than 60 million.
Puede ser. Podría ser, tienes razón. Yeah.
It's definitely going to be interesting and to see how this affects their little universe moving forward. They're already filming Kraven the Hunter.
Yep.
There was like leaks of the scene of them filming with the stunt double and all that other stuff, and I'm wondering, I don't know. I'm wondering how it all bleeds for their expanded universe.
Little universe thing. Yeah. Well, clearly ya no es tanto. So
¿Cómo que ya no es tanto? What do you mean?
Meaning que ya el interconnective tissue que tenía, it's already lost. Y yo sé for a fact que mucha gente está esperando esa conectividad para justificar la existencia de la película y que van a ir nada más por esos Easter eggs. Porque hay gente que es así. Hay gente que probablemente vio la película y dijo, I don't want to see it, pero then ven como que está el Oscorp Tower, está referencia a Spider-Woman or Silk y toda esa bobería, so they're probably thinking, oh, okay, maybe I'll check it out, pero entonces verlo y saber que nada de eso está, después que 2 años estuvieron hammering home de que esto está conectado, that is blatantly misadvertisement, completamente, like to the scale
is it really though?
Porque it's one of these things, porque mira, John Campia está hablando de esto hoy, y él argumentó, fíjate, yo he podido, él es de los que ha podido perdonar mucho Liquid está tratando de conectarse.
You want to add her?
I can't add her. You need to add her. Exacto.
Liquid, you can add
Thank you, media
yourself.
hora después.
I thought you could come in and out as you please.
I can't
No.
add her, so.
No.
right, go ahead.
Okay, so I think que, como yo Capio decía, cuando él estaba hablando de, por ejemplo, cuando, Spider-Man omits the fact that there's 2 more Spider-Man in their trailer, o cuando Avengers Infinity War omits el third act y te esconde bajo CGI shots que nunca pasaron, o cuando películas en sí, there's a shot or two que, maybe it didn't make the final cut porque no se veía bien en el contexto de la película. That is fine. Pero I don't think I've ever seen un blatant advertisement donde lo que se está prometiendo no va a ser cumplido. Like, esto debería ser demandable. It's always been argued que esto está llegando a esa línea fina donde se podría demandar el hecho de que lo que tú estás viendo como promoción, porque un trailer está para venderte un producto. El producto se está vendiendo algo y cuando tú ves el producto final no es eso.
Pero where would they? ¿Por dónde ellos picarían? What would be like if I went to court right now? What would be my opening argument for them? Oh, I saw something in a trailer and it wasn't in the movie visually. Shit gets cut out all the time.
Pero una cosa
Marvel makes a habit out of literally putting shit in their trailer that's not in the movie.
Pero it's because they want to hide stuff in it. This would be blatantly taking out stuff that for a fact is the reason people are going to see it and then cutting it from a movie outright. Ya eso es otra cosa diferente que I cannot think of an example donde eso ha pasado.
Hulk.
¿Cuándo Hulk hizo eso?
When Hulk was in the opening scene, the opening scene, didn't they have like a running scene where it implied that Hulk was going to be fighting the entire movie in Infinity War?
Yes.
Pero eso,
and then I'm pretty sure Hulk fans were like, yeah, and he was totally relegated to like a secondary character, like.
Pero eso es solamente, pero fue un shot que estaba corriendo, era un hero shot.
Yeah, it was a hero shot.
Y era solamente para esconder el tercer acto, que era lo que van a morir todos ellos. So they didn't want to show you la pelea porque you might deduce, porque la gente es así, they're so nitpicky con esos trailers, que ellos podían deducir lo que iba a pasar. So eso era más bien esconderte para presentarte algo mejor. Granted, fine, you might be right, la gente quería ver a Hulk smashing shit en el tercer acto, for sure. Pero, para lo que recibieron, it's even better than what they had hoped. So, para mí, yo siento que es algo diferente. O sea, ya people would have been sold en Avengers Infinity War de la solta. That wasn't the thing that sold them on it. I really do believe que Morbius is being sold on the fact que está interconectado con MCU y con el Sonyverse. And that is the selling point.
But if they leave, so my whole thing is like, fans can be pissed about that. And they literally, all they need to do is like leave 5 seconds at the end of the movie and show Michael Keaton's character, which is the Vulture, and you would literally already link it.
Sí, pero aparentemente el link, que by the way, no, pero el link, por lo que tengo entendido de Vulture, es que él va a salir en el segundo post-credit scene, pero they're not even going to say his name. They're just going to have a scene que él sale, I think he has like a line or two.
They could say he's a variant, Jesus Christ.
Es like que yo
it could be a variant that's not even connected to what happened in Holland's world.
Yo siempre presumía que iba a ser como una variante. I thought that was going to be the idea behind it.
Yeah, I agree. En realidad, ahora que, ¿sabes? Los estoy escuchando porque no es que esto sea un tema delicado en cuestión del MCU ni nada de eso, sino como que va a ser un turn of events porque va a ser tan disappointing. O sea, esta es la película que más han atrasado con la de Doctor Strange y ya mismo también lo es Thor Love and Thunder.
Sí.
No sé, como que los estoy escuchando y yo solamente pienso que sí, we're going to be disappointed. Hay cosas que van a salir en los end credit scenes que van a ser más hypeantes que
la película entera.
Exacto, que la película entera, porque eso pasó con Venom 2. Hay que decirlo, la película sí estuvo entretenida hasta un nivel, pero en realidad como que vamos a estar disappointed y estamos aquí plotting de que este cabrón maybe es un variant, pues sí, algunos dirían maybe en el carro donde él está también está Kraven the Hunter, you never know. Pero no
Kraven
sé,
the Hunter va a ser el otro post-credit scene.
Exacto.
Sí, el otro post-credit scene es que Jared Leto va a estar en la cárcel, creo, Y entonces él le va a dar un papelito como si esto fuera high school. Él lo va a abrir y va a hacer una foto que va a ser Kraven the Hunter.
Tell me you're joking.
I'm not kidding you. Esto es lo que
Okay.
se rumora que va a pasar. Y entonces, I think the note says something alluding to the fact of a Sinister Six. And that's it. That's the first.
Don't you want to go on a hunt or some stupid shit like that?
No sé eso,
You
pero...
wanna go hunting wabbits?
You want to go hunting, buddy?
Chacho, papi. Pero yeah. Something
You
like
wanna
that,
go-
yeah.
But even if it is the Sinister Six, like, doesn't the Sinister Six like literally work around with Spidey? Like,
Work with Spidey or against Spidey?
I mean, in the sense that, like, who the fuck does the Sinister Six fight if not Spider-Man?
No, true, pero entonces por eso es que digo, todo esto es bien raro, por eso es que yo quiero esperar a la semana que viene, que yo sé que muchos más críticos la van a ver, y ahí hay que probablemente indagar, porque I know people that are probably going to be there, and I can finally get to the behind, like, what's happening here, porque si esto llega a ser cierto, it's going to be a shit show. Like, quizás ese primer fin de semana la película hace chavo, pero ese segundo fin de semana it's going to drop like a stone.
It'll be one of those situations where like people are gonna latch on and they're gonna be like, because nobody ever remembers the good that Sony does. They only remember the bad.
Bien feo, claro que sí, bien feo.
So it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be like, I fucking told you, Sony strikes again. You can't give them nothing. You can't. You set the ball, you alley-oop it for them, and they always fuck it up. Like,
sí,
exacto, por eso digo que we're gonna be so disappointed. Entonces, like, where do we go from here? My question is, where do we go from here? Porque ese universo, ese multiverso está conectado, pero no está conectado, pero es parte de, no es parte de. Like, they are their own thing, so they might twist it como hicieron con fucking Venom al final de No Way Home, because they're twisting it because they left a piece of the symbiote. But how are they going to twist this one? Porque el plot está bastante claro, tiraron un montón de escenas, medio mundo y su abuela aparentemente sabe el plot y lo
But I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe that literally cements what they did with Venom. Then maybe they literally are like ¿cómo te digo? O sea, todo lo que es Venom, lo que es Morbius, lo que es Kraven the Hunter, and whoever the else they decide to bring in will literally probably be in Venom's verse, and they leave Spider-Man in his own little world playing with MCU, and then one day, I don't know, they could bring him in. I have no idea how they would cross him over again.
Mala mía, pero that would be weird.
It wouldn't be weird.
It'd be their own Spider-Man.
What?
You know? So es como que what you're saying is that we might have a Venomverse, no Spidey, for that matter, without considering that we do have 3 more Spider-Mans lined up. We don't know what the fuck they're gonna be. I grant you that, but if like, wouldn't it be, no sería extremadamente raro que tú saques a tu Spider-Man, lo dejes hangueando en la MCU y todas las pendejas?
Pero es literalmente lo que establecieron. Because when you put Venom at the end of Spider-Man and you sent him back, you basically established that he's not in the MCU timeline. He's somewhere else. So you literally already have a Venom with no Spider-Man. You literally, those characters never even came across each other's paths.
Bueno, yo creo que se puede cumplir lo mismo que yo siempre comparto contigo, y es que el cross-platform, wave en cuestión de historia, similitudes y characters que están apareciendo, pues maybe podremos ver a Null, que ese es el propósito de Venom en estos momentos. O sea, se siente como cuando hablamos que el MCU va a traer a la Galactus y ahí se va a acabar. Sí. Yo diría que ese sería el mismo, like, the same, they're riding the same wave, básicamente.
I have no fucking clue. I have no clue what the hell they're gonna do. It's just
it sounds weird. A lot like that. When you put it like that, I have to agree with you, and I have to consider the point, because again, they have a set goal no matter what. Porque no importa lo que nosotros estamos diciendo, plotting or whatever they're doing, maybe se van a copiar de ese único detalle that they're going to try and fight a god or celestial or higher entity que todavía no hemos visto in full action. We have seen them, but not in full action.
It's a little, I feel like it's a little knee-jerk reaction from I mean, if this is the way it is, like, it's a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction from both studios. So how does that contract, that's the shitty part about, not doing your own thing and codepending on another bigger studio to say yeah or no, or we can't do that. Because right now, that's literally what it feels like. Like Disney saw the movie, was like, right? That's what we're all like speculating. Disney saw the movie, was like, oh no, nah, bro. nah, we're not gonna move forward with that. So you might want to relegate that to your own little universe over there. You could make references, but nah. You're doing your own thing over there.
Yeah, they kind of fucked up on that part.
I mean, we'll see what comes out or whatever, but it's weird. You know what I was looking at the other, like a couple of minutes ago? Everybody keeps saying that jumping topics, obviously, the Doctor Strange movie come out. Everybody keeps saying that he will reference what happened in the Spider-Man movie.
Pues sí, porque él no es propiedad de Sony.
No, but my thing with the character is he believes that he fractured the multiverse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's going to talk about that with what's he going to reference? How do you reference a situation when one of the people that was most responsible for, you don't remember him, or does Doctor Strange remember him then?
Puede ser una entidad, he could fracture it by this sheer notion that he knows that he fucked up, something bigger happened. Porque he must know, or él va a averiguar.
But he says in the movie, doesn't he say in the movie, like, everybody will forget you, even me?
Yeah.
So is it not like a plot hole?
Huh?
Is it that a plot hole though? Going into the next movie?
Yeah,
how will he remember everything?
Pero por eso mismo digo que él podríamos discernir, o sea, él mismo también puede discernir que this was something that he did and he doesn't even know why. Y su respuesta sería todo lo que pasa a Multiverse of Madness, porque yo también pienso de que si tú remueves a Peter Parker, isn't that fucking up the timeline either way?
I have no idea, but this shit with the multiverse and jumping is already, I'm loving it, but it's starting to get very, like, I don't know how the casuals keep up, to be honest with you. I do not know how, like, I'm pretty sure, like, at this point, you're like, that's another argument for the fact that when they go see these movies, it's literally just like member berries. It's not, they're not really in it for the cohesive story because it's all over the fucking place. And bien difícil to keep up, even for us. Like, there's fucking plot holes in this shit that are like gaping now, or whatever. Like, do you want to talk about that subject, the whole Flash thing, Orengo? You weren't there for that argument.
Pero tenés que tirarlo tú porque yo no entendí muy bien.
All right. So, since I don't have a slide, there's a rumor going around on the internet. There's no source, Orengo, before you want a source.
No, go ahead.
There's no source. Or at least I didn't see one. That the reason why they're doing reshoots for Flash is because they're including scenes with Christian Bale.
Which is insane.
It's stupid.
So we had a talk with a cast member who wasn't here today, and he was all for the idea. Nicholas was like super hyped on the idea. He was like, I would jizz my pants and all this stuff, and I would orgasm that. And I told him, I was like, you know why I kind of feel weird about that one? It's only because the Dark Knight trilogy does have like a little bit of a soft spot in my heart. I love that movie a lot, but it's so semi-grounded in reality, and that's what Nolan wanted. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
That's what Nolan wanted for that universe.
Yep.
That if you introduce the Flash, literally even setting foot into that world, you literally take a piss on what the director wanted for that universe. Like, no, Christopher Nolan has no say in this whatsoever.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, so you're basically taking the 3 movies he did and you're basically changing the rules of that world.
Yep.
You're totally changing the rules of that world because that world was like semi-grounded. There was no fantastic superheroes besides obviously Bruce, you know what I mean, and his gadgets or whatever, but there was no gods, there were no otherworldly beings. It was very grounded, and that's what people loved about it. So now to Flash to come and be like, hey, I need your help, come with me, that shit to me does not match whatsoever.
Ya, yo tuve esa conversación contigo en WhatsApp. Yo siento que lo interesante del DCEU es que, o después el Extended DCU, whatever, el experimento extraño que llevan haciendo últimamente, que no todo tiene que estar interconectado. Eso era lo interesante de la premisa, que tú dejabas que los directores o directoras hagan su interpretación de los personajes, and some of them just don't fit el Snyderverse, como lo que viene siendo de Batman, lo que viene siendo Joker, and maybe some other offshoots que vengan en el futuro, y todo lo demás, pues si está interconectado, eso está cool. And I like that idea because at least it differed a little bit from Marvel. And when they did Crisis on Infinite Earths, que fue cuando lo hicieron en el CW, lo justifiqué en mi cabeza porque todo está bajo el mismo showrunner, right?
Yeah.
So, al estar todo mismo bajo el mismo showrunner, todo tenía la misma estética, todo seguía la misma línea, and anything that was like disconnected by the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths, por lo menos el evento cuando pasó, they had the universe que era del CW, and then some other planets que estaban un poquito offshooted. So, por ejemplo, creo que estaba el universo de Titans, creo que estaba aparte, el de Doom Patrol creo que estaba aparte. So everything else que no estaba bajo CW estaba aparte, entonces everything else se juntó a lo último porque había unas discrepancias con lo que era Supergirl and all that.
I think they even referenced the Titans.
Yeah.
They even referenced the Titans, but they weren't the Titans from the HBO Max or the DC.
They showed up for like a shot y después como que le dieron pichón.
So, but the way that I understood was those are the Titans that showed up on somebody else's show. Who's was it? No, not the Titans, but oh my god, the
Doom
other
Patrol?
squad, Doom Patrol. That the Doom Patrol they showed, was it the Doom Patrol from their own show? It was the one that they referenced in, I think it was the Teen Titans show.
Puede ser.
Exacto, sí.
Yeah, I can see that. Pues entonces básicamente esa era la idea. Entonces a mí me gusta eso. Entonces tú tienes la idea de juntar Nolan's universe con The Flash, juntar que si yo Superman Returns o Christopher Reeves, ya para mí es becoming a stretch, porque esos mundos no estaban construidos con esa idea. El de Tim Burton no lo acepto, pero pues ni modo, ya lo hiciste. I would have preferred.
To me, it fits. To me, you could do that because his universe is way more campy and way more out there.
Yeah.
No campy, que era decir heightened. Campy es Batman and Robin. You know what I mean? Like, Tim Burton's isn't campy. Not campy. That's the whole idea de la tesis.
Tim Burton's is campy, bro.
Okay. Es que tú dices campy y la idea de hacer la versión de Tim Burton era para hacer una antítesis de lo que todo el mundo pensaba que era campy en esos momentos. So it's like dark and shit. Sure, he's campy as fuck porque si tú ves Beetlejuice, you see his other shit. Of course he's campy.
Exactly.
Well.
There's scenes in that movie I'm like, that doesn't feel
Sí. No, claro. It's not super dark and morose. Claro, eso ahora en todo caso. Pero, I don't know. Hey, Metaverse. There's just some things que no me tripea esa idea de que esté la de Nolan. And it's weird, like, it's a rumor que I can't buy porque Bale estaba de que súper en contra de la idea de que hubiera un Superman en su mundo y hubiera un Robin en su mundo. Era como que esto es lo que Nolan diga. Si Nolan dice que está esto, pues cool, pero si Nolan dice que no, fuck that, I don't want this shit in my world.
It feels like the sacred child nobody should touch. Like, leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Pero más allá, I would say the same about the Batman. I would say the same about the Joker movie. I would say the same about a couple of those properties que yo quisiera que estuvieran relegadas para el carajo lejos de esto. Porque ya tú montaste un universo que tenía casi todo anyways. I like the idea que existe todo en su little pocket. I like it. Porque entonces, if you don't like Zack Snyder's world, cool. Pues mira, tiene Matt Reeves' world, tiene Joker, si no tiene CW, si no tiene los animated movies, tiene whatever. There's a plethora of things that you can enjoy que son variaciones of the character you like. And everyone can be happy porque si no te gusta Man of Steel, Superman and Lois is there for you. O Smallville is there for you. Ya Smallville se acabó, pero tú sabes lo que quiero decirte. There's like different variations de este personaje que te gusta mucho que pueden coexistir and you can just choose the one that you like and you can be happy with it. Juntarlo todo bajo de Flash, even if that's the premise of the Flash fucking up everything, no me tripea porque hay mucha estética y muchos approaches authoristic que se van a perder haciendo eso. Yeah, that was my long ass ramble. So, Sally, di algo tú.
Sally.
Pues, mano, mami, que me dieron un dado para inspeccionarlo. Mano, en verdad que yo diría eso mismo, o sea, mi rant sería corto, súper corto. Yo diría eso mismo, que dejaran todo en su propio universe, en su propio pocket, en su propio Earth, como se supone que lo digas, Orengo.
Sorry, perdón, eso mismo, su propio Earth, perdón.
Sí, que lo pongan en su propio Earth, porque yo fui una de las que me quedé, intenté seguir las de CW, pero de verdad que estaban bien al garete. En un punto estaban bien malas esos seasons. El que aguantó después del season de de Miss West. I forgot her name even.
Iris West, ¿verdad?
Iris West. Oh my God.
Ella era un Flash, pero es que no me acuerdo cuál era ella.
Like, te aceptaba obviamente Wally West y qué sé yo, pero después ella es como que, oh my God, no puedo. Era tan cringy. Entonces Supergirl también era lo mismo y ya yo estaba loca que se acabara. Pero me gusta eso mismo porque ellos hicieron un buen trabajo en conectar todo entre los shows de televisión, excepto con Gotham, que eso también fue en otro canal. Pero también me gusta que ese Gotham sea como que su propia, its own thing, ya que ellos, they developed the evil characters so much que ellos volvieron la serie about the characters, about the evil characters, not about Bruce. Bruce was a bitch, to be really honest. He was a bitch. Lo que salía a reducir eran the bad guys. Again, we already saw another Joker over there. Pues también está pues, the Joker de Joaquin Phoenix. I would say the same thing, man. Just live everything on their own pocket.
The shows, from what I understood while it was going on, the show went through like a circus to try to do the whole Crisis on Infinite Earths because I think they told them like they couldn't reference key characters.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't say the word. I don't think they could say the word Batman or something like that. So you can allude to the fact that Kevin Conroy was Bruce Wayne, but you couldn't don the cowl on him.
Oh yeah.
Do you say CW?
And CW, yeah.
So that's why he has like the Kingdom Come suit, but not really.
But not really, exactly.
Exacto.
That's
but not
interesting.
really. Yeah, they went through a lot of hoops, and the same thing with I think the Gotham show went through the same thing. They told them like you can play with these toys, but you can't mention the big ones. Like if you, I don't think I think they only got permission to use like that's why you literally saw Batman in like the last 5 seconds of the entire series.
Yeah.
Like,
sí, fue bien Smallville en ese aspecto. Y cuando él se ponía el suit, era un suit bien feo, mano. Parecía un burglar más que nada. No parecía ni...
Everybody's crucified that suit.
Ya, en realidad, mano, de verdad que era mejor que le enseñaran el suit. Era mejor que el chamaquito siguiera peleando con la cara descubierta, de verdad.
I heard somebody come out in defense. Now that you mentioned the Campia show, Orengo, I was watching it today, and I heard a very good defense for that show. Everybody talks shit about that show, and one of the co-hosts on the show said everybody hates that show, Gotham or whatever. And you know what? 5 seasons and like 22 episodes each. That's a success. No show, like you know how many shows don't even make it past the pilot stage.
I mean, pero también ponte a pensar que eso fue Fox que lo tenía y por el hecho de que podían tener una propiedad que era del DC en Fox, yo creo que se aguantaron mucho de eso nada más. Because I don't think a lot of people were watching that show. We can see the numbers ahorita si quieres or whatever, pero I don't know.
I wasn't a fan of it just because of how corny it was at certain points. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, es que a mí no me gusta la premisa cuando haces el before X character and the origin of it y extender el chicle demasiado, porque me pasó lo mismo con Smallville. Y Arrow también hace la misma mierda. Es como que just give me the character. Just give the character and work with the character. No me hagas este preamble de que let's have very young Bruce Wayne, al punto que se complica toda la narrativa because it gets to a point that it's hard to justify Bruce Wayne existing and you're trying to make him into the Batman that he is, but you don't even know what the hell to tell anymore porque conoce a CELY desde mucho antes, conoce a Poison Ivy y se pone un melcoche bien raro.
Mi problema es ese with the introductions of, with it being an origin story, the introduction of future characters that like in the books we've read that they have like history with each other or they have like epic first encounters.
Yeah,
you're jumping over like a whole fucking arcs, like like it looks very ham-fisted. Like we just want to throw this character in there for the sake of what it looks like in our show.
Mano, sí, además de lo que le pasó a Poison Ivy was totalmente innecesario.
That's on the Batgirl series?
No, en Gotham, que diga.
Gotham.
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Dude, they changed her age like 3 times.
Sí, mano. Ella cada
different actresses.
Cada season la cambiaban. Yeah. They would age her up.
Maybe she's like a ficus, bro. When it
dies,
it sprouts into something new. Like,
exacto.
What was
it? Was stupid.
They started adjusting her age porque se dieron cuenta que what they wanted to do with the character requería que ella fuera mayor. Además de que yo creo I almost swear that I read somewhere that they used the exact same excuse que dijo Miguel.
Sí.
¿Verdad que sí? They did say that, right? Okay, I'm not insane.
What was the
Pásame
excuse?
la triple, no.
What was the excuse that they couldn't mention?
Lo que tú dijiste de los fighters, de que ella
No way! No,
Yes,
no.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
He's like, what happens when you kill a tree out of the stump? Something like that. I think that's how it works. Something else comes out. It grows out. Damn. If they use Miguel logic for that one,
Mano,
that's
que
rough.
sí que, Chacho. Insane. Okay?
From Hollywood caliber writers.
Ya tú
Chacho.
sabes.
You get to pay the big bucks by eso.
I know. Hey, shout out to Hollywood. Hire me, dude. I'm available.
Just,
Anyway,
Chacho.
so before we, have any of you guys started playing Elden Ring at all?
I have
Esta
not,
que está
sir.
aquí.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right. So Sully, go into a little bit of your experience playing Elden Ring, and then I'll tell you mine.
Oh, God. So, hasta ahora, mi experiencia ha sido bastante positiva because I knew what I was getting into, unlike half of the internet.
Mhm.
I really was into it, like discovering everything for the first time because I haven't played a game like that in like ages, total ages.
Yeah.
I knew what I was getting to. I've died so many times. I like the crafting. I like how hard the enemies are.
I haven't crafted a single item.
En serio.
I haven't gotten into the crafting. Go ahead. My bad. I'll
No, don't worry. En realidad no he jugado tanto como quisiera, pero what I played, I really enjoyed porque el mundo is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. You can go anywhere. Like you can make your own story. Although it is rather short for my liking,
Mhm.
I appreciate the game that we got and I appreciate the story. Pero like eso es sentarse a enjoy the game and die a bunch of times. No sé por qué tanta la controversia, but I know people and other gamers like to, stir up the pot.
Mhm.
Pero también quiero que se acuerden que este juego no necesitó de microtransactions, DLCs, or anything to sell as well as it has done.
Yeah.
So, to be really honest, I really like it and everybody should play it. Este sería como que el juego, in real life we got rec rooms where people go and just beat the fuck out of, I don't know, TVs.
This is like the inverse of that.
Yeah.
This
is
is like
almost
that.
like a rec
This
room.
is somewhere where you go where like you go to like punch yourself in the genitalia
Yeah.
several times. Like
Exacto, eso mismo, ¿sabes? Es eso mismo, pero with yourself.
I started playing it the other days or whatever. I really wasn't gonna buy it because I know myself and I know the lack of patience I have.
Yep.
Even with the past Dark Souls games and the Bloodborne game, like I was just like, this is, and I fell into the trap again of like peer pressure. My friends wanted to, he was like, go get it. We're gonna play it. I will tell you this. I think I started playing it at like 7 a.m. I mean, 7 p.m., like 7:30 p.m. on a Saturday. It was like 4 a.m. the next morning when I put the controller down. With friends,
Damn.
with friends, this shit is super duper fun.
Yes.
With friends, it's a blast. Like it's just the hijinks that ensue, the funniness. Like if you play it with somebody that's played it before and knows where everything is but won't say anything, like what the hell is right around the corner? Like it's super duper funny. Like I mean, like 90% of the time, I was like garnishing souls to level up my character.
Yeah.
And then I would walk into some place and I'd be like, yeah, it's time to kick ass or whatever. And then the fucking disgusting, disastrous ass, like it would take up half of the screen type monster that would come crawling out. You're like, I can't do this. Fuck this shit. Nope. And then you hit like a wall of mist that you can't get out. You have to fight this thing. It is rage inducing, like all the Souls games. It's a grind and a half. I enjoyed it a lot. Like there's something about this one in particular that I think the other ones don't have. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's the exploration aspect of it, the open world. Like there is something about this one that feels different. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. But the only queja that I really have about the game is that for some reason, like it randomly kicks people out of the group.
Yeah.
Like the connection to their servers, there's a shitload of bugs, man. That's the only thing that really got in the way of us playing. And it's you could almost like put your watch to it. Like when it wants to be like a pain in the ass, the game, like you guys will all be in a room and literally 2 minutes later, it'll start kicking people. So people sign in and put your watch to it, like 2 minutes or 50 seconds.
Yeah.
It'll start kicking people out. So when it starts getting into a rut, like the game just doesn't want to cooperate.
Okay.
Did you notice any like stuttering in yours a little bit too?
No, fíjate, mucha gente me ha preguntado sobre eso y hasta ahora none whatsoever.
Yeah, I have a little bit of stuttering in mine. Like you can't notice it too much, but like every once in a while, it'll like there's like a little microsecond of un pequeño freeze, and then it comes back.
Okay. Pero
Yeah,
fíjate, a mí no me ha pasado. And I played for a couple of hours y no me ha pasado. Todo el mundo me estaba preguntando, what do you do? Porque yo se lo estaba también enseñando a unos panas. ¿Y qué tú estás haciendo que no te estás stuttering? Y yo, nada, tres carajo. Pero I know a lot of people were tweaking it with the own graphics card settings and in the game. There's a way on how to do it very easy, just in case. So no es tanto el problema. Simplemente you just have to adjust some things.
Orengo, will you be getting this one? Or are you
No.
Are you gonna
I'm
save
not-
your patience?
I'm gonna save my patience, que yo no soy bueno con Soul Games. Yo lo he dicho antes. Yo tengo un pana que le mete bien duro y me ha dicho, no, bro, que eso con paciencia tú lo logras. I'm like, I know I'm gonna break my controllers, man. So it's fine. I'm gonna enjoy it from afar. And it's just one of those games where I'm gonna enjoy from afar.
So
You should
sad.
get it with some friends. Try it out. You never know. You might like it.
No, I have friends que lo tienen, pero still, I know myself. I know where my limits are at. Yo me quedo con Pokémon Arceus. It's almost the same feeling. Almost. Kind
Oh,
of.
wow, bro.
Maybe.
Ni pa'l carajo. Eso me ha curado a mí el insomnio, como tú no tienes idea.
So you've been playing it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? But is it that boring? You're falling asleep?
No, es que it's so calming. It's so calming that I don't know. It's the first Pokemon game that I played that is an open world. O sea, yo no compré ni Sword ni Shield.
Mhm.
Yo brinqué literalmente esto because it was an early birthday gift, although I did wanted it. Y nada, ha sido súper chill. Yo nunca había experimentado un juego de Pokémon así y yo no compré un juego de Pokémon desde que salió Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
que esto fue super with fresh eyes, with the detox from Pokemon for a couple of years, por lo menos los video games, porque yo todavía pues jugaba Pokémon en carta.
Yeah.
Pero no sé, se ha sentido súper diferente. And I only hope that they continue doing this open world thing.
Sí.
Y que le sigan añadiendo más cosas para, para jugar online o co-op or however, porque eso debería ser lo próximo, que tiraran como que like a co-op.
Yo siento que el próximo paso sería un MMO de Pokémon. Pero
También.
yo sé que eso no va a pasar todavía porque pues,
Yeah.
en el toaster que le llamamos el Switch, eso no va a poder computar bien. So, yo veo que el próximo paso es lo que vimos en el trailer ese de Scarlet y Violet y Scarlet, creo que son los dos juegos que vienen ahora. Que va a ser el compromise de Arceus con Sword and Shield, donde va a ser más open world, pero vas a mantenerse en el aspecto tradicional de catching, lo cual es triste porque toca admitir que me gusta el catching mechanic en Arceus. Me gusta esta cosa de caminar y tirar pokebola and just running and chucking pokeballs left and right. That shit was fun. Y quitar eso y volver a poner el aspecto tradicional más en Sword and Shield, donde el Pokémon coge donde a ti, vas para un screen aparte y lo peleas y lo capturas. I don't know, it slows down the gameplay. Cuando ya algo se sentía más movido con Legend Arceus. Pero pues.
Yeah. Ya, yo te entiendo, porque a mí me gusta no tener que preocuparme por Pokeballs o like crafting them, porque los items están en todos lados. También pasa lo mismo con los revives, o sea, con los demás items.
Exacto.
Pero, o sea, como tú mismo lo estás crafteando, como que no te tienes que preocupar por el dinero, which that was a thing.
Sí.
And we finally thought that was a thing of the past, porque en verdad que estar comprando items y estar poniendo, like, por eso es que mucha gente hackeaba, hablando claro, mucha gente hackeaba por esa mierda. Yo diría que lo dejaron como está en Arceus y ya.
I agree. Honestamente sí es mejor. Mira, yo me disfrutaba hasta el de, yo sé si tú jugaste el de Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Sí, yo lo jugué. O sea,
is that literally Pokemon Go but on the console or something?
It is, and I kind of enjoyed it por eso, porque again, me gustaba el aspecto del catching mechanic, porque eso era como que
back and forth.
era simplemente, you walk around. Es básicamente Pokémon Red and Blue, right? Pero entonces, el Code of Pain es que cuando entrabas en la batalla, primero todos los Pokémon tú lo ves en el overworld. Cuando te entras en batalla, tú no los peleas. You barely fight in this game. Es simplemente you use your like little Switch controller, you flick it, and you throw a Pokeball at the Pokemon. Y es como si fuera Pokémon Go, pero como tú dijiste en el Switch. Pero eso was such a good passive experience que yo lo hacía todo el tiempo y hacía Shiny Chains por joder todo el tiempo. And it was kind of enjoyable. So, ver esa evolución en Legend Arceus, and I hope to see it in Scarlet and Violet, me gusta porque llegará al punto que si esa mecánica le gusta a la gente, que yo creo que sí, y se mantiene permanente en los juegos en el futuro, it will become a fresher experience para los juegos futuros de Pokémon, que for the most part have been pretty stale for the last decade.
Sí, porque tenemos el mismo estilo de juego, lo único que por fin han estado experimentando with sceneries,
Exacto.
with, again, open world. Es lo único diferente, diría yo.
Yeah, I agree.
Y es lo que la gente lleva pidiendo desde hace un montón de tiempo. Está cool. El RPG está cabrón, pero open world, you can do so many things with that. It's not even funny.
Sí.
Por eso ahora todos los juegos se están volviendo de nuevo open world. Ya va a ser un trope.
There's plenty of Pokemon to come to your way, trust me. I don't think they're backing down anytime soon with those Sunu games coming out and freaking updates for the Go, right? The Go app had an update not too long ago, like introducing more.
Vale,
sí. Tuvieron, pues pusieron la generación nueva, I forgot, creo que es Alola. Alola finalmente llegó al app, so yeah, because they've been stagnating slowly los releases de las nuevas generaciones.
Pero lo han hecho un poquito más rápido, porque si hubiese sido igual como estábamos al principio, 2016, ya son 6 años.
Sería basically cada 2 años una generación nueva, y es verdad, ya estamos casi machados con los juegos de ahora.
Exacto.
You're right, tienes toda razón.
I want to have a little bit of a little pinky up moment with you guys and see if you. Orengo, today you posted the trailer for the new A24 movie.
Yeah, man.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but before we get into that, did you hear the news that? Because I know you loved the movie X.
Okay.
Did you hear the news that he shot the prequel at the same time as the movie?
Yeah, eso me pompió bien cabrón.
What the fuck? What?
Because that man viene del movimiento Mumblecore y Mumblecore. Y esos eran unos movimientos cuando en los early 2010s, a bunch of either film students or like filmmakers que no tenían budget y que sí o qué, su approach al cine era historias bien simples, sin guiones bien concisos, y todo el diálogo era improvisado. Y T. West, que es el que hizo la película de X, él era parte de ese movimiento. Parte del approach es ser bien guerrilla con los proyectos que tú tienes. Y entonces él llevó al movimiento a que se convirtiera en Mumblegore, que era como un spin-off del Mumblecore. It's called Mumblecore because como el diálogo es improvisado, a lot of the actors will mumble their lines, por eso es que viene el nombre de Mumblecore. So Mumblegore era una extensión del Mumblecore en donde eran indie movies con premisas sencillas, guiones improvisados, pero eran de horror. Y él hizo muchas como The Sacrament, entre otras. So the fact that he did a prequel, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, porque este es el tipo de cabrón que haría una precuela en secreto por joder, con a very low budget and a very simple premise. So cuando yo escuché eso, yo dije, you know what, I didn't love the movie, but I'm so happy that he made a prequel, and I hope que se le dé para poder hacer la secuela, porque he wants to do a trilogy. That's the idea.
I was about to tell you that. I was like, well, I'm sad to tell you that I think he got the sequel greenlit.
I hope so. That's great.
I think he got the sequel greenlit.
Yo entiendo por qué hizo la precuela, porque cuando tú ves la película, tú entiendes por qué él hizo una precuela, por uno de los personajes que sale en la película. Ahora, la secuela, that will be interesting. Because I don't know where the story is going to go from there. Donde te deja la película, lo último, basically the character wins. I don't want to tell you which character, but the character wins, and they go off. So you don't know where that's going to end up. So
Wes has wasted no time in jumping straight into a third entry of his new film series, a sequel to X that will explore another filmmaking era. He is currently writing the story. He is currently writing the story, which will focus on how home video has affected people.
Okay, that's dope.
So it's a snuff film.
That's dope. Yo estoy pompeado.
So it's a snuff film, basically.
That's awesome. Yo quiero que haga todas las películas. Una trilogía de A24. That's kind of cool.
I haven't seen X, but
X is really good. Like, it's really good para la gente que le gusta ese género. Si te gusta el horror, te gusta el gore, mete mano. I
read your review and I was like, I won't give him my money.
You should give it your money por el mero hecho de que no hizo chavos en el fin de semana, so con más razón, please go and give it your money.
With that said, dude, the trailer for Men, explain it to me because it totally went over my fucking head. Did you see it, Sally?
Which one? Sorry.
It's called Men.
Yeah.
Men?
It's from A24 as well, and it looks to be like a horror type suspense movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so link it to me, please.
Hold on.
I mean, it's the premise is pretty simple. It's about men.
But I didn't get it.
About men and how men are literally the worst. That's the idea. Así de simple.
I didn't get the whole. I mean, was there something hidden there, or was just like, okay, it's basically a disgusting fucking priest blaming her for the suicide of her husband?
La película debería llamarse Gaslight the Movie, because that's what I just saw. Toda la película era esa mujer being gaslit left and right. Like, había una parte que ella llega a la barra y dice, no, like, this guy's been following me. Como que, choloca, yo no sé qué tú hablas. What if you were following him? She's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Like I saw shit on and I was like, I see your tricks, A24. I feel like I'm gonna go in there and there's gonna be something totally fucking different.
I think it's a movie about trauma, and I think it's a movie donde está de una forma bien A24 enseñándote los traumas de una mujer y de la perspectiva de una mujer, ¿me entiendes? Like, if you notice, the character, the guy who's the priest, that guy, he's playing all the roles excepto el esposo. So, todo hombre que tú ves en esa película, ese trailer, it's all the same guy, yes. And it's very purposeful, porque la idea es que that guy becomes like an avatar para todos esos traumas y toda esa gente que la pichea, la ignora, gaslights her constantly. So that whole idea, that's pretty clever.
I'm wondering if we could show the trailer without getting taken down. A24 doesn't play that game. They're not fucking Warner Brothers or somebody else.
Mean,
they want people to like.
Mira, we're already improvising, right? ¿Quieres tirarte de pecho? I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
Is a certain somebody that's a leader of this group gonna tell me, hey, you shouldn't have done that? Well, maybe he should have been here today.
Muy bien. Tírale más. Dale más.
Hold on. Let's see if I
can put it up
share.
there. Yeah.
Hold on. All right. So, CELY, are you ready to see this thing and give us your first reactions?
She's probably seeing it already. That might be the twist.
She fucking muted us. She muted the men in the group. Very proper. Very good. Very good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. She did what the other character couldn't do in the movie.
Hold on. Let me see this real quick. All right.
Setealo ahí.
Yes. So let me know if you can see this thing. Can we see this?
Todavía no lo estoy viendo.
Oh, because we haven't added to the street door. Here we go.
There you go. Oh, now I can see it.
Oh, very nice. All right.
Yep. Ya está already 1080.
Show this at 1080. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a look at this together. Go on this journey together.
Let's go.
Hello.
Hi.
Mrs. Marlowe, yes?
Harper, yes.
Chacho. Toxicity already coming out.
Come right in.
A beautiful house.
The woman eating the apple. Pecadora.
I know.
Mrs. Marlowe?
No.
And le dice el nombre para la GB. Imagínate. Look at that.
Is he supposed to look like English royalty?
Apple from the garden.
Racism.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Eve eating from the apple.
Mustn't do that.
Horrible.
Forbidden fruit.
Oh,
¿Viste?
God, sorry.
I didn't
I'm
know that.
joking.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole idea with the forbidden fruit. It's so obvious. He fucking said forbidden fruit. But it's
I didn't hear it.
Yeah. That's when a woman is screaming in the streets. Ah.
You're tormented.
it feels
She is.
more like,
Haunted.
yeah. Something happened. My husband went upstairs to our balcony and let himself go.
You must wonder why you drove him to it.
Papi, gaslight the movie.
I didn't drive him to it.
I thought to be true. But if you had given him the chance to apologize, he'd still be alive.
What? A man followed me out of the woods. He was stalking me.
Let's see,
What
it's the
makes you
same
say
guy.
that?
I
Same
saw him
guy.
twice.
Twice.
It's all the same guy.
Oh,
It's
I
all
think so.
the
You
same dude.
once.
Want to play a game? You hide, I'll seek.
I think that kid is even the same guy
Must
too.
feel an awful sense of
Yeah, I look kind of weird.
Stay away from me.
What are you doing now?
What are you?
Despicable, disgusting men.
Yeah, that's basically the movie, from what I'm understanding. So, I mean, como tú dices, it's A24. Maybe it's something more than that. Pero yo creo que they're
There's
just
gotta
gonna.
be something there.
But I feel like they're gonna play with that idea in an interesting way que no me molesta tanto. Por ejemplo, cuando Promising Young Woman lo hizo, que me molestaba más. Because they're playing with metaphors and subtleties. So,
CELY, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it twice just now.
what do you think?
Está interesante porque uno puede grasp de que eso también puede ser el trauma, como estaba diciendo. If you want something, no diría que cliché porque you get into the conclusion way too fast, pero maybe ese sería como que el hook de ver cómo ese trauma it gets developed, o a ver si se trata de una manera diferente, because you can clearly see it's the same guy, so something happened. Y yo diría que el misterio estaría en discover who that guy is and who he ends up being, or even her, exploring her character. I think it will be very interesting. A mí no me molestaría verla.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna go see it.
No, yo definitivamente. Alex Garland, el director de por sí, para mí no ha fallado. So, I'm already pumped to see it.
A24, dude, with those little sleeper hits.
¿Viste?
I saw Red Rocket not too long ago, finally,
Mhm.
and it was I don't remember the last time I saw Simon Rex in a movie or anything.
Yep.
And I felt like that was one of the most compelling things I've ever seen in any. What the fuck was the last time Simon Rex was in anything?
Was he not like a scary movie?
I mean, that's the last time I think you might have seen him on screen, right?
I think so.
To go from that all the way to that movie, I was like, there were some scenes in that movie that made me feel mad and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like really, really, really fucking uncomfortable, because I'm like, oh my god, this girl's like not even of legal, or at least she's portraying someone that's not even of legal age yet.
Yeah.
And this fucking guy, like, ugh.
Yeah.
But it was a good movie. Like, it had its moments. I was just like, by the end of that movie, can I ask you a question, Orengo? Did you catch it, CELY, or have you not seen it yet?
¿Cuál?
Red Rocket?
Red Rocket.
No.
Okay. It's
I've been super busy, guys. Super busy.
No, it's all right.
Don't worry,
It's all
don't
right.
worry.
Don't worry. You want to give the premise, Orengo?
The premise is simple. This guy, he's from Texas. He goes back to his hometown in Texas because he failed essentially as a porn actor. He was in the industry for a number of years, and he's basically broke. He goes back to his ex-wife. Not ex-wife. Yeah, he's a huge fuck up. He basically went to his ex-wife that he kind of technically never divorced, if I'm not mistaken. Y entonces él decide basically get a job, try to clean up.
Was there insinuations that he might have also got her into porn?
I think so, yes. My perception is que he tried to get her into porn and maybe she didn't like it as much y lo dejó plantado and he kept trying to hustle.
And she got pregnant.
Yeah, exacto. And he hustled for a while. He didn't make it, so he went back and now he's, trying to, I guess, clean up his act, try to get his shit back together. And then he goes to a donut shop one day and he meets up with Strawberry, this 17-year-old chick. Lo cual just infatuates the hell out of him, and he basically wants to turn her into a star. And he starts developing this very questionable relationship con ella.
Questionable. That's his defense lawyer talking in court. Questionable.
Exacto.
That shit is like totally fucking. Well, then again, I don't know the state they're in.
I think, bueno, si no, Texas full, so I believe que Texas is not probably 16. Like, assuming Texas, I'm pretty sure it's probably 16 or something.
Oh,
So,
okay, so I don't know.
Assuming how much of a fuck up is Texas.
Por
That's
eso
the
digo.
premise. That's,
Hold that up.
Te digo ahora, el age of is 17. So, so he's there. He can get away with it.
How convenient.
I know, exacto. He can get away. But even then, when the film develops this, you realize that it's supposed to be taken as icky. So even though she's 17 and it's technically okay, there's still an ickiness to it. Obviamente, because the guy's like a 40-year-old. So,
but I felt like I felt like they made the movie and somebody was like, man, this is a little fucking too heavy. Could you just write into the script she's gonna turn 18 in 2 weeks?
Yeah,
exactly. Have her say that in the movie, like, oh, I'm gonna be 18 in 2 weeks.
Exacto.
Yeah.
But
just
it's still
technicality.
But the movie still plays it as something that you're conscious como que está wrong. So the movie doesn't hide that fact. It doesn't romanticize su relación, I feel, por lo menos.
I don't know. I don't think it romanticizes it, but the movie, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I found myself very torn sometimes with this fucking guy. Like, since they're telling it from his point of view, kind of, right?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of feel like he's getting a grasp on life, or he's gonna get what he thinks is his happy ending. Wow, I didn't even know how that sounded. Yeah.
Woo, yeah.
Pulitzer Award winning writing.
Yeah.
He gets his happy ending. Like, you kind of like, you're not necessarily rooting for him, but you're like, oh, maybe it might not be as bad this time. And then you start to realize, no, like, this motherfucker is literally bringing his vicious cycle again into she's not totally innocent, but una like a young girl that doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
Like, if he keeps on going down this road, he will literally turn her into the girl that was whoring herself out. Because I think they allude to that too. Like, her mom tells her, like, oh, before you got here, she was prostituting.
Exacto. Sí. He's obviously a very predatory person. Y él claramente lo que hace es joder con la gente, bien cabrón. Because él usa a la gente como tools. Por eso que te digo, la película no se te romanticize anything, porque you see that the character is a fuck up. Cuando él está con ella, él sí se nota que está enchulado con ella, pero él la ve a ella como un price ticket, como un golden ticket para poder meterse a la industria. So you see how despicable this man is, even though, como tú dices, he's so charming que you can't help to be like, but I wanted to make it though.
Yeah. You're like, I want him to catch. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I wanted him to catch a break until the car accident.
There you go.
Was like, then when he did everything he did, that he literally like threw that guy under the bus, or not that he threw the guy under the bus, he literally was like, well, I'm scot-free. I was like, he's a fucking shit.
Exacto.
Bro.
Pero that's what makes the guy and his acting so good. Porque durante la película, he is that guy. He's that charming guy que todo el mundo le dice, diablo, yo te voy a dar un chance, because you're not that much of a dick.
Even the viewer, like, you're like, he's questionable, but maybe it's like an underdog story. He's gonna learn the golden lesson by the end.
He learns nothing at the end.
Not really.
It's amazing.
Do you think that's with the ending scene?
Yeah.
That whole last portrayal of everything slowing down because the character's always in this fucking fast pace of like, he doesn't have a plan. He's literally just using one person to the next. Yep. Do you think it dawned on him, or do you think it was just like it was just restarting the cycle?
Es un restart of the cycle. Él va a seguir going this down spiral. Pa'l carajo. Cuando él vio la muchacha y la vio como la vio, I took it as, okay, she's my golden ticket. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to try to make it again. I'm going to keep fucking up. Es como que el Uncut Gems ending, but without él matándose.
Oh my God, dude.
That's basically it. It's just going to spiral pa'l carajo.
He's fucking running butt naked down the fucking shelf.
That's great. Like, that's great.
Right. So, CELY, there's a scene where he's running I like, it's so much to go into because it's a fucking car crash from beginning to end. But
okay,
he's running butt naked, like Simon Rex is running butt naked with a massive hard on down the street.
Yep.
To the drug dealer that got involved in his relationship because he sold drugs to the wrong people or something like that.
Yep. Básicamente.
Some shit like that. And this is all happening to NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye.
Yep.
Oh my freaking
so
God.
Good. It's so good, honestamente.
¿Dónde está para verla?
Está por ahí, ¿verdad?
7 Seas.
Yeah,
right?
Está por ahí,
All
está por
right.
ahí. Sí, está por ahí.
You have to try the 7 Seas because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't normally fucking I don't normally boost up the 7 Seas, but there was no other way. Like they weren't giving it in the theaters here.
Qué raro, nunca lo trajeron.
Yeah.
Bueno, I'm pretty sure que lo trajeron, pero probablemente no lo viste ese momento que lo trajeron.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the only theater that were showing this shit was like in some fucking AMC theater in like Miami, bro. That's like maybe like an hour and some change away from.
Pero, ok, la cosa fue que esta película, cuando estuvo en cine, it was a couple of months ago. Porque cuando yo vi el announcement de que le iban a poner en A24 screeners, que, o sea, A24 has a screening room, que cuando la película, una semana antes que salga en VOD, por creo que 10 pesos o 20 pesos, no me acuerdo, tú puedes verla una semana antes en VOD, en su página de Screener Room. Y yo vi que sacaron el announcement de Red Rocket que le van a poner en esa página. So, si eso fue hace un mes atrás, vaya assumption es que esa película estuvo hace meses atrás en el cine. Y como es Florida, I'm pretty sure you probably had a few theaters around you. Maybe. Pero simplemente no estaba en el momento para verla, whatever, y exacto, y pasó desapercibido. It did fracture the multiverse también.
It was Simon Rex's dick fractured the multiverse. Yeah. It was a good movie. Like A24, like they still have a special place in my heart because I go in there and even if it's overly artsy for me, like I can still like I still get hooked or whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On to another interesting topic. Did you guys see the whole thing with the Marilyn Monroe movie?
What happened? Oh, Jesus.
So Ana de Armas is playing Marilyn Monroe for a Netflix biopic. But they're trying to stick it with a NC-17 rating.
Yep. Why do you deem it problematic?
What do you say?
Why do you deem it problematic?
I deem it problematic because I think they were trying to shoot for theater releases as well.
Pero eso está en Netflix, though, ¿no? Eso no va para Netflix.
Va para Netflix, pero, I think they were also trying to get it in theaters. So they were trying to make more money off of this thing, and now it's just like negative.
Pero
that's not going to happen.
Pero acuérdate, este tipo de película que para Netflix, they're just going to promote it para los Oscars. So it doesn't matter si en los cines nadie va a verla, because they're just supposed to comply con los estándares de Oscars, que creo que era tenerla en no sé cuántas salas por 2 semanas. So they just need to force it there for 2 weeks, and that's it. If anyone sees it in the movie theater, that's Gucci. If no one does, we don't care, porque lo que vamos a hacer es empujarlo el año que viene para que Ana de Armas le den un Oscar nomination for sure.
So everything I've been reading is that supposedly it was supposed to be out last year.
Yes, it was.
And
everything was supposed to be 2 years.
Yeah, ago. But this one was supposedly like too graphic even for Netflix. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Ana de Armas is not a shy actress whatsoever. I've seen her in other movies and that are very sexually graphic.
Yeah,
like she's not afraid to portray a character like with a very strong sexual presence on screen. So if they deemed it too risque for Netflix, does Netflix even have a rating system? Like
they technically don't.
Kind of do.
They do.
They kind of do. En cuestión de.
They do. They have a kids section and that's it.
Exacto.
Okay.
They kind of do. A un cierto punto they kind of do. See, if you have a kids section, yes, you do.
That's why it just surprises me that it's like too controversial for Netflix. Like, I'm not totally familiar with
yeah, they do have ratings. Like they have it alongside their titles with the year, and sometimes identifying if the series is a limited series. So yeah, it does have, like, for example, I'm here looking at the Andy Warhol Diaries, and
I saw that
TVMA.
Yeah, I saw that
series.
I saw that biopic. There's like full frontal nudity. There's all types of shit in that thing.
Damn.
Pues.
Yeah.
Yo lo tengo que ver porque yo soy bien fan de la historia de Andy Warhol, porque él estaba conectado con uno de mis artistas favoritos, que es Jean-Michel Basquiat. La muerte de Andy Warhol tuvo mucho que ver con la muerte de Jean-Michel Basquiat. So.
They go into his love life heavy in the series.
Pues, si no hicieron nada.
Really? No?
Yeah.
Really?
If you did not, if they did not depict his fucking love life, they shouldn't have done a series at all.
Explain. Because I went into it expecting to see way more about his art than his love life. And some of his love life, listen to me, some of his love life is interesting, but some of the stuff of his love life they put in the series, I feel is like estirando chicle.
Okay.
Like some of the stuff they put in there, they put out they like at one point they put in a meeting he had with I forget his name. He was like this famous businessman or whatever, and they basically tell him how he had like an affair with him that was like very short. To me, I thought that was wasted time. I would have preferred they showed me way more other relationships or the crazy ass fucking parties that he used to have in his studio and all the people he had coming in and out of there and the crazy shit that he had with them. Then like the fucking half an episode they had with this guy, which was nobody in his life. No, like they mentioned him and then okay. Like, so I never got like, okay, what was this guy's? I understand that maybe it was another person that came into his life and made him explore sexuality more, or the fact that maybe he felt like he was dating somebody who was like a closeted homosexual because he had to basically live a lifestyle, which at the time were like, you know, the big executives.
Yeah.
Like, God forbid you found out they were gay.
Exactly.
Back in the day in the 80s, they would get fucking ostracized. Maybe that's the point they were trying to push. But like everybody else in that series is so much more interesting than the time that they spent sometimes on his love life. All the other stuff, like the way he was raised, how he was basically raised in like a very fucking rough area of Philadelphia. Like I'm surprised he made it out of there alive.
Exacto.
Like everything else was very interesting, and the other like love encounters are fine. But I wanted them to concentrate. I haven't finished it, by the way. I have to see the last episode. Pero
yo te puedo dar el punto de que maybe lo exageraron, o sea, to a degree. De nuevo, vamos por niveles.
No.
Pero, ¿alguna vez tú has visto algún documental? Y estoy preguntándole a ustedes dos genuinamente, ¿alguno de ustedes dos ha visto, aunque sea un documental de los 80 sobre los artistas?
No.
No,
not the 80s period. Not at all. He is, I mean, it's basically him and Basquiat and like what's this other guy? The
Keith Haring.
I forget his name. He's the he mostly used to do like spray mosaics in New York. I forget his.
Yeah. Yo sé que está Keith Haring. La trinidad era Keith Haring, Jean-Michel Basquiat y Andy Warhol en el medio. Y también estaba Roy Lichtenstein, one of my favorite artists. Que está, o sea, nosotros en Puerto Rico sí tenemos una escultura de él al frente del Museo de Arte de Ponce. Estaban ellos eran como que la Santísima Trinidad o el cuarteto. Pero es lo que te quiero decir con esto es que en los 80, si tú miras New York en los 80 y vete por la línea del graffiti nada más para que veas cuán grande era esa pendeja y cómo ahí todo el mundo se conocía. Ahí la gente era, o sea, todo era sí, sexo, alcohol, droga, graffiti, música, actuaciones.
Counterculture.
Exacto, o sea, toda esa cultura de los artistas en ese momento, tú te acostabas con quien sea, tú hacías una exposición y todo el mundo hacía el after party that you saw, todo el mundo hacía eso y era bien extravagante y bien raro. Ahí sí había mucho alcohol, drogas y sexo, de que la gente de ahora es un deneteta lo que esa gente se metía antes.
The documentary basically explains how like Andy Warhol was basically like he's responsible for like inspiring the MTV generation before there was an MTV generation.
Sí, porque él se atrevió a hacer muchas cosas. No, es que él se atrevió a hacer muchas cosas. O sea, ¿quién carajo va a decir que vamos a sentarnos aquí y tú me vas a grabar por 5 minutos comiéndome un hamburger? Entonces,
that was another thing.
Yeah.
Orengo, have you seen the screen test that he did?
I don't think so, no.
So he basically was like, oh, I like her. I like him. They look like they're going to be famous stars. And I'm going to do screen tests that are like 30-second screen tests of just them looking at us. The fucking people that went into that studio, the people they went on to be. Like, he just like randomly, dude. They probably met at a bar one day. Like, I think you're going to be a famous. I just want to capture your face for 30 seconds. I don't have the list of names off the top of my head, but like Dennis Hopper. Like, there's a whole bunch of like actors and actresses and people that came out like really famous in the future. Yeah. And he just wanted to capture them because he said he saw something in them.
Pues
like,
sí.
Very fucking like very interesting shit or whatever. Like the guy had a fucking eye for like beauty and
Mira,
Yeah.
screen presence.
una de las maneras que, mira, les voy a recomendar este documental. Ustedes van a ver Jean-Michel Basquiat, The Radiant Child. Ahí explican la historia entera de Jean-Michel Basquiat, pero tienen este video sobre los paris que ellos hacían y de cómo ellos se encontraban y explicaba pues, un montón de cosas de la vida de Jean-Michel. Una de ellas fue lo de Andy Warhol y de lo que pasó. Inclusive, Jean-Michel se las pegó a la jeva con Madonna y después ellas dos se quedaron a pelear en una barra. This is a true story. Pero te vas a dar cuenta que él encontraba gente interesante y él sí veía lo que tú estás diciendo, porque a Basquiat él le hizo lo mismo. Porque Basquiat fue como un deambulante a venderle unos postcards con él y el asociado de Warhol, y entonces cogió y se las compró. Eso ustedes lo van a ver lo van a escuchar y lo van a ver en la película que hicieron de Basquiat.
Okay.
Eso sí pasó. Y pasó bien weird porque él le dijo, ¿sabes qué? Dame acá, yo las compro. Y él le dijo al asociado de él, mira, págalas tú que yo te pago después. Y él básicamente le compró todos los postcards a Basquiat y a él le encantaron, como que él le empezó a criticarlas así bien feo, pero dijo, yo te las voy a comprar. And Basquiat was fucking happy. Y a mí me da pena que él se murió de algo tan trivial. O sea, ahora mismo con la medicina y la tecnología en medicine, o sea, uno dice, pues, coño, se murió de un gallbladder infection, you know, because of, due to the surgery. So, surgery complications, básicamente. Y like, sí, él hacía todo eso, like, pero imagino que el sex rave lo exageraron un poco, pero eso era.
Oh no, they didn't. I don't think they exaggerated. I think like they were literally
too
like,
candid with it.
they told you straight up. He was like, yo, he was having people coming into the studio, and they were dicking each other's down, and he was like, I'd like to record this.
Pues sí.
Or he would choose like you know, some things that were like not publicly displayed, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna film this shit.
Sí, porque he could
but,
just like that, he could. Y ya.
But the list of characters that walked into the warehouse that he had, they're like fucking amazing.
Sí,
I was like, oh my god.
Es que todo el mundo de los 80 se conocía, todos ellos salieron de la misma jatonera, por decirlo así.
So thank God Nick isn't here because you just called his hometown the jatonera, but
no, I'm from New York. I'm from New York. Yo lo que quiero decir que the subway, de ahí todo el mundo salió. Yeah. Everybody met in the subways and did everything underground the subway. So yeah, los subways, hablando claro, los subways sí son una jatonera. That's where you found everyone, and that's where you can still find everyone if you need a new artist or some shit.
So I don't know much about Marilyn Monroe, but I'm assuming that if this shit is NC-17, they either took poetic license with some of the stuff in her life, or they're going to display a lot of sex, a lot of drug use, and possible murder. Because what is the NC-17 basically? Who gets an NC-17 these days? Anybody?
Buena pregunta. Yo pensaba que Orengo iba a contestar.
No, I thought Orengo was going to come and smack me with the fucking facts here.
Por eso.
I think Orengo's a little bit occupied right now. I've never read anything about her biopic. I know that her bio like is an alleged. I know that ella murió de supuestamente un overdose, ¿verdad?
Overdose.
An overdose because they say it's alleged because they don't even know nowadays. Pero
exacto. Nobody really knows. It's funny.
To get an NC-17 rating, like there must be a lot of stuff in her life that's deemed too graphic for the screen.
O simplemente lo hicieron así a propósito, meaning they took the things and
exaggerated them.
Un poquito, diría yo un poquito, porque hay gente que...
I don't know her story. No me atrevo.
Yo tampoco me atrevo, porque en verdad que yo no me acuerdo mucho de la historia de ella, other than the controversies. O sea, como que her upbringing, cosas que ella tuvo que pasar, pues realmente no podemos guiarla aquí de pendejo a hablar de eso si no sabemos. Pero yo diría que maybe ella pasó por unos traumas o enseñan a tope la sobredosis que ella se dio, o la manera que pasó. Maybe enseñan. Entonces, ¿sabes qué? Porque aunque sea TVMA, tú sabes que algunas cosas they get cut out, even with the graphic, even showing graphic shit. No sé, maybe there's something like super graphic that turned out to be too realistic, I would say too realistic. Porque, aunque Euphoria seguía de realistic shit, they also have things that don't make sense.
Yeah.
In some ways. O sea, timing y time jumps y los cortes, pues hay algunas cosas que, o sea, todo lo que hizo este fucking Rue.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, somebody if you were like super high, I think you would have been able to do that, pero no super sober como ella estaba. Like, suffering from everything and being all paranoid and withdrawals. Like, yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
I'm wondering. So again, I don't know the story of Marilyn Monroe, but obviously she's a Hollywood figure. So I'm assuming maybe they're gonna tell you like some pretty disgusting stories of Hollywood and how maybe things she had to do to rise up in the ranks. En la era de ella. Maybe that's what it is, and I'm pretty sure there are probably studios that took advantage of her. And I think there was something about her not being taken seriously as an actress. Like, they've over sexualized her to the point where when she wanted like real roles, they made too much money off of like keeping her like a cute sexualized person and not being a real actress, so they didn't give her none of the roles that she actually wanted or some shit like that. Orengo, are you back? Mr. Lava Lamp is totally gone. All right, never mind.
He gone.
Anyway, but
estoy chequeando que cuál es el requisito de ser NC-17.
I don't know, but for Netflix, bro.
Ay, no, van a tener que poner 500 warnings como hicieron con Disney Plus.
A parental lock.
Sí, pero bien feo.
Ya que Orengo no está, because I imagine he doesn't want to talk about this subject anyway. The last subject on the list.
American Pie was NC-17? What the fuck?
I think so, because the DVD came with the uncensored scenes.
Yeah.
In the theater cut, like, he had the pie on his junk, and in the uncensored scenes, he was literally like bare ass on top of the pie. Like, there was a whole bunch of shit.
Pues me imagino que es full male front. Maybe it's that all the time, like 20 minutes of full male front. Porque yo estoy en la misma, yo no, o sea, mirando las calificaciones de NC-17 y algunas películas que sí llegaron a ser NC-17, como que it doesn't make any sense in some ways, pero dale.
So now that Orengo's not here, we can talk about the Marvel goodness.
Yes, talk about the Marvel goodness.
Bro, you missed our whole conversation on Marilyn Monroe. You're not gonna comment on Marilyn Monroe? Too problematic for you?
No. I heard about the whole NC-17 thing. I don't think there's been a recent movie, ya sea en cine o even streaming, que ha sido NC-17. So maybe tiene que ver con el hecho que a lot of these movies, since they already go to streaming, and streaming doesn't generally have a rating system, it just kind of forgoes that half the time. But yo creo que because of that, no hemos visto un NC-17 in a while. So maybe tiene que ver con eso. I want to see the movie porque Andrew Dominic, and I love Killing Them Softly, y me gusta mucho the assassination by the assassination of Jesse James by the cowardly John Ford, creo que era.
Yeah.
He's a really good filmmaker.
Casey Affleck and right? Casey Affleck and the guy that plays
Era Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Casey Affleck. No. Yeah, isn't it?
Sí.
Brad Pitt, Casey Affleck. God damn it, I'm losing. Sam Rockwell.
There you go, Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, great movie. O sea, el director es súper bueno. So I am pumped because of that. Pero yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to see it regardless of NC-17. And I don't think Netflix is thinking about the money on this one. They're like, okay, NC-17, whatever. Da de que hablar. And when people see it on Netflix, it's going to create some hype because of it, I think.
Todo el mundo va a estar como 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, this is the movie that was bad and we can't see naked people. And
sabe Dios se tiró una maroma así. Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. So, from that to Miss Marvel.
Sure.
Oh, God.
I know Orengo's super hyped. He has the poster on his wall.
Yes,
He's like, this
the
is
t-shirt.
groundbreaking. He's like, this shit is groundbreaking. I have not seen this shit this week or last week at all.
This is super fresh.
This series looks like nothing that I've seen in the past weeks. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you guys looking forward to this with the trailers and the announcement? And
Okay,
Yeah.
solamente me atrae que pues van a tirar,
Mhm.
she's Muslim, she's a woman. They're gonna show off the culture just like they did in Shang-Chi.
Mhm.
Me gusta esa parte, obviamente. I'm gonna eat it all because I
Yeah.
like, diversity. I like
Yeah.
fucking diversity, que la gente entienda que, not only the United States is America. And
Sí.
that they do harbor a lot of people with different cultures, not
they
just
should
their
have
own.
thrown this fucking show before they gave us Hawkeye.
Exacto, thank you.
They should have did this fucking show before they
Yo
did
creo que
Hawkeye.
Yo creo que por todos los atrasos se supone que esto hubiese salido antes de Hawkeye.
Yo creo que sí, actually, yeah.
Yo creo que ese era el punto de sacar esto antes de Hawkeye, which would have made sense.
Mhm.
If
It
this,
would've
if
made so
Hawkeye,
many-
no, it would have came out. Now I was gonna say if this show would have came out, Hawkeye would have never came out. pero it would have probably still came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way that the world turned out to be. Pero hablando claro, me hubiese gustado mil veces más ver esto antes de Hawkeye. Aunque, again, I enjoyed the cheesiness of Hawkeye. Pero eso es lo único that I enjoyed.
I'm so afraid what they're
Were
gonna
you
do to
afraid?
this character.
I am afraid too.
Because I'm afraid
trust
that
me.
I really like obviously I'm a fucking 34-year-old male, dude. I don't necessarily identify with Kamala Khan, but the way they write her in the comics is so good that it's just like, fuck, man, you're really gonna half-ass this character, aren't you? Like,
Ese es el problema.
you know what I mean? Like, they're really gonna half-ass the character. There's no way in 6 episodes you're gonna give me like her constant battle of like pleasing her traditional Pakistani family, right? She's Pakistani, just to make sure I'm not being disrespectful.
I believe
here.
so, yeah.
Believe she's Pakistani.
Se supone.
Her traditional Pakistani family and dealing with trying to fit into what like American culture and growing up in American culture is.
Exacto.
Like finding the happy medium between those two things and juggling newfound powers.
Yeah.
Like what it
Eso
is,
es otra cosa.
and what it is to her, like what a symbol of a hero is. You know what I mean? Like where Kate idolized Hawkeye because he was an Avenger, she brings to the table things that she idolizes in the females in her family. Like it's very interesting stuff in the comic. Is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna do that in 6 episodes, dude. And you know what I fear the most? Besides all, the very female strong empowerment on stuff. You're not gonna give me my half cockatiel villain. I have a feeling you motherfuckers at Disney aren't gonna give me my half human, half cockatiel clone. Okay?
Yeah. I don't think so.
I have a feeling that wasn't in the budget.
No.
So you already have 2 strikes against you.
That's great.
Not to mention, honestly, her character is very, or at least to the way they portrayed Kate in her series, she's very much a fangirl of like geek culture, comics, where Kate was just a fangirl of Hawkeye.
Yeah.
She loves it all. Like she loves all the geek culture. She loves all the nerd shit.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It'd be very interesting. They already. I don't know if the powers they're displaying are placeholders.
No,
Nope.
that's it. That's the power.
That's it. That is it.
That's what you're gonna get.
Yep.
She
No
doesn't
more
have stretchy. No stretchy powers.
But maybe they're placeholders. So when the Inhumans come,
Loco, pero si lo dijeron. That's
They
something they already
change
said.
it even in the comics. We're gonna change it in the comics.
what?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yes.
But are they giving her another origin?
Ella va, okay, she's gonna like blast her fist. ¿Te acuerdas en Captain Marvel when she gains her powers in the explosion?
Yeah.
Pues algo así va a ser. Ella va a tirar el puño holográficamente. Yeah, it's gonna be like that.
Because I know the character. So everybody says it's like, oh, she stretches out. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It looks visually the same thing, but it's not the same thing. She has like a weakness to electricity. She can't control like the I guess the way her brain sends electrical impulses. When she gets electrocuted, she can't. So she gets like unelastic, or she can't stretch out. She has like weaknesses that I don't think Mr. Fantastic has. I could be wrong, but I don't think.
Or they haven't showed in quite a long time.
Yeah. Pero, man, what a fucking waste. The series hasn't come out. I'm just like, God damn it, dude.
Yo creo que la idea era because either they didn't want to show another stretchy character porque saben que van a ser Mr. Fantastic,
Exacto.
o como que lo vieron and they thought it looked stupid, so that's why they adjusted the powers para que no se vean así.
No, la excusa oficial es esa, la de Mr. Fantastic.
Ah, pues there you go. Pues, ahí está. Eso es. Full. There you go.
Give the
I've
power to the.
seen and I've heard a lot of people talking about that, and they just come up with that same
They
fucking
gave-
conclusion.
They
Yeah,
gave the
but-
stretchy powers to the male. You see how fucked up
Viste.
that is? You see how it goes
Viste.
against that character in more ways
Viste.
than
Ya
one?
tú sabes.
She gets a
Jeez.
little cute little bracelet that gives her powers.
She gets a racist bangle
Ay,
because she's from the Middle East. Do you see what I'm saying?
¿Viste?
You see how they're gonna fuck it up already?
¿Viste?
She
¿Viste?
gets hecho a mano or valija,
Hecho a mano.
valija
Valija.
gitana
Yep.
fucking bangle. You see how racist they are, bro?
¿Viste?
Unbelievable.
Bruh.
Lo cual implica que entonces no tiene poderes at all. She's just a normal girl. But I guess it goes with the idea that que, you know, she's como ella es una fangirl, but I guess anyone can be a superhero. Maybe that's the idea behind it.
But the bangle has to be like some weird ass instrument, like Shang-Chi's 10 rings or some shit. Like it has to be some mythological.
Tú lo único que estás pidiendo es que por lo menos 5% de esta serie esté well developed. That's what you're asking.
I think
Minimum
so too,
of
yeah.
5%.
That shit ain't gonna happen.
¿Tú crees que no?
Exacto.
I hope they don't do like the bangle fell out of the sky. Like that's
Un meteorito, un meteorito.
Otro más.
Yeah. So it's just
Claro,
meteors
meteorito.
falling with superpowers.
Where's Moon Knight again?
Yo te iba a decir, are you asking where's
Yo creo
Waldo?
que is Moon Knight not disconnected from everything? I believe. I think they said that or they alluded to that.
Yeah, he's
Disconnected
not
in what
gonna be
way?
there.
No, disconnected from a lot of Marvel.
I thought what I understood was like the origin is disconnected. Like they're
No.
not gonna be like oh, they're not gonna be making any Tony Stark references. Like he got his battle from, you know, he got his power from walking into the fight of the 10 rings when Tony was in the cave.
Yeah.
Like they weren't gonna do that shit.
Okay.
That's the way I understood but to make Moon Knight's story like totally adjacent to the MCU, that fat chance.
Eso yo no sé, yo juré haber leído eso. Maybe fue un rumor.
No,
raro
era,
también.
era que iba a estar, que no iba a estar dependiendo del MCU. It's not gonna be fully connected to the MCU.
There we
Porque
go.
si lo hacen en otro mundo, es como que, ay, maldita sea, vamos aquí con una nueva perspectiva, pero un montón de variantes. People are gonna looking up to the thing, like other than the most important thing that is fucking Moon Knight.
I
Because
think-
we
I
fucking
think-
do that.
I think what they explained was this motherfucker doesn't even remember who he was yesterday. Why the fuck would he realize that there's superheroes around him?
Exacto.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck would he realize that he's part of a bigger picture when he can't even remember what he ate for breakfast yesterday? Like,
Yeah.
Exacto.
anyway,
I
that's
agree. That could be it. Yo creo que, no sé, es mejor que lo dejen como que su historia aparte, si después lo quieren mezclar con Blade y con Black Knight.
bro.
Chévere,
The director said the plans, or at least that's what he was alluding to. Like that's what the studio basically told them, is that one day they would like to see him as part of the Avengers.
Okay.
Where the like
Okay.
that doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
I would prefer him to be like low level street, like Daredevil and Luke Cage type shit. Like
Exacto.
Why?
I've never seen-
Why is it because he's a
don't go there.
minority?
Don't
Miguel?
go there. No.
Is
he
that
because
why?
he's dressed all in white? No.
Yeah, is it because he looks too much like something we don't want to mention in the live?
I'm perfectly fine with that community. Don't go there. So I was like,
Oh
no, but honestly, like his character in the comics, I don't think I've never seen. I mean, I'm not a big follower of him, but I've never associated him with the Avengers. I thought he was like
I think you need to educate yourself.
reevaluate
Some-
my racial
yeah.
biases.
Mm-hmm. Check some more Moon Knight comics.
No,
and don't confuse
I-
them with Batman because he ain't the same character. By the way.
Oh no, he's not at all. He's a white caped crusader.
Exactly.
He's the White Knight.
He's the White Knight. Yep.
Written by the same author.
Yep.
Written by the same author.
Yep.
Ay, Dios mío, el día que Frank Miller lo creó. He's like, so you want me to do something like Batman, but in your universe? So how about we give him a white color palette
Yep.
with something covering his face that's not a cowl, No, we've done the bat already. Let's give him another symbol, maybe like a crescent moon.
Yeah, I mean, bats go at night, so
He's got to have a good amount of money. Maybe we'll make him Jewish. No, I'm saying no. All right. Anyway,
beautiful.
So is Batman Jewish?
No, but that he couldn't use the same trope twice.
Yeah.
Well, so Batman is Christmas.
Yeah.
Batman is white privilege. This guy is just, well endowed with the power of. Does he have money? Anyway, we're going into a deep circle.
I'm not sure.
But anyways, are you guys looking forward to that series before we close the show? It's right around the corner.
Yeah. I'm pumped. Porque Oscar Isaac, so.
Exacto.
Yeah.
So hold that character, Oscar Isaac, all the way.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac all the way.
Do you honestly think that Oscar Isaac is going to give an award-winning performance in the series, directed by somebody from Marvel?
No. Tampoco es pa tanto,
No,
pero...
he's just there to collect the paycheck.
Yeah, he might do a good job though, pero yo no.
I think he's trying to do a good job, and the director's like, "Hey, tone it down, buddy.
We don't want to
divorcing. You're not struggling with the battle of staying with your long lost love or divorce here, all right? We're trying to entertain the kiddies and the fucking incels.
Yeah,
you might want to bring it down a notch."
What I found amazing is como que Ethan Hawke years ago was like shitting on Marvel so hard, y ahora mismo le está como que, nope, yeah, I'm gonna be the villain of the show. Es como que, okay, so either el guión está cool o te cayó la boca con millions and millions of dollars.
Made it rain.
Made it rain bien, cabrón.
Y nosotros llegamos a hablar de esa pendejada.
I know, por eso que te digo, because that wasn't so long ago. Ese es el chiste.
Exacto.
Yeah.
I think we're all just. There's gonna be a time where just everybody's done a Marvel movie. Every star has done a Marvel movie.
¿Tú crees que lo haya hecho por show? Por simplemente no decir que él estaba involucrado en Moon Knight.
No, yo no creo. Yo creo que genuinamente vino de un sitio, porque Ethan Hawke is not one of those que hace blockbuster movies. Él como que hace lo que sale el culo hacer.
I think he came home one night and his wife was like, "Oh, there's somebody from some company and he's in your office. He wants to talk." And when he opened the door, the rat was literally like right on his desk. Cause like, you've been talking shit, huh?
Exactly.
You won't do one of our movies, huh? All right. Look outside your window. There's like a fucking truck full of money.
Exacto.
Yo creo que nosotros llegamos a decir eso. Yo creo que nosotros llegamos a decir, vélate que ya mismo le tocan la puerta y que se cae la boca.
Yeah, we could check después. A ver, but I'm pretty sure we did talk about that.
It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see where it goes in terms of like what other stars have talked shit and then end up on the Disney chopping block. Yeah. Honestly. Who else? Scorsese, right?
Scorsese is like the golden grail para Disney. Si logran convertir a ese hombre y se pone a hacer, qué sé yo, Spider-Man 5.
Who would you give to Scorsese? What hero would you give Scorsese?
Oh, wow. That's fascinating. Huh.
Somebody with a lot of fucking like monologue and looking at the
camera.
Kingpin, ya. Que hagan algo
I would give him a New York character, ya sea un Spider-Man or something, genuinamente, porque he's got that aesthetic down, you know? The New York aesthetic, grimy aesthetic. So, quizás podría ser un Daredevil. That could be something dope.
Exacto.
Yeah. All I think is like monologuing in the camera. And like everybody freeze framing and he's like doing his whole Saved by the Bell, giving a speech thing. Like what character does that besides Deadpool?
Pero diablo, Scorsese directed by Deadpool. Digo, Deadpool directed by Scorsese. Wow.
Besides him. That's what I'm saying. Besides him.
Bueno, por eso es que te digo que maybe he doesn't have to rely on that, porque tú sabes que Scorsese hace otras mierdas también, además de eso, pero...
One trick pony. One trick pony.
Basically the best fucking director ever in the history of ever.
Every director ever. And all I see is video montages of one shots. Just exposition. Just a person talking into the camera. Blah, blah, blah.
Esto lo que hace Scorsese, in a nutshell.
Exactly.
Yep. That's it.
Anyway, guys, with that said, let them know where they can find you, and we'll call it a day. Woo! Shortest episode ever.
Ooh.
I know, right? An hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, must be a record. Has to be a record.
Oh yeah.
This is what half-assedness and disorganization looks like. Oh, everybody.
Look at that. Great.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Anyway, let them know where they can find you.
CELY.
Ok, pues you can find me here with you guys. También en Cine Nerds, también pueden conseguir en The Movie Guy, en Cinemas Podcast. El lunes yo hice un episodio de Oscars 2022, donde hablé de las 10 películas nominadas with a bunch of critics aquí de la isla. And también en Cardboard Cave, también we're talking about magic. And that's about it.
Sí,
Sally.
que mañana van a tirar un sneak peek a lo de Baldur's Gate.
Yes, I am very excited to see what they're gonna do.
Yo
Honestamente.
también, nada más por las fucking cartas de D&D.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yo pompeado porque es Commander. Como es un Commander
Exacto.
set, pues yo estoy pompeado por el Commander aspect of it. Pero yeah, I understand though.
Sí, pero créeme, ya estoy como que sacando el tiempo para aprender Commander, so I'm hype about that too.
Yeah.
Sally.
Pues nada, a mí me puede conseguir en Twitch, en todas las redes sociales, like my name says, Liquid Nebula. También puede follow my wife, Liquid Nebula Dice. Ya está ahí.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and here you
Miguel.
can find me here,
Yeah.
where you always find me, waiting for our fearless leader to come join us in our next episode. Looking forward to it. But don't we have a quiz next week? Next after school?
We
I
should,
believe
porque
so.
Orengo, ¿tú cogiste la película?
No, yo no escogí la película this time.
Exacto.
Fue Lex.
Oh, Lex. So Lex
yeah,
has to
Boondock
come up with the
Saints.
questions.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it was the
That's
movie
right.
that he picked.
That's how many
Sí,
times
pero
everybody's
como
watched
quiera.
this since then.
Exacto. Since he was not here, we do not have a quiz.
No, but next week we will.
We will.
That's what I'm saying. It's una semana sí, una semana no.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
correct.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. I will see everybody later.
Bye.